Governor Brad Little mentioned Idaho State Police and ICE will only deport immigrants with a criminal record.
But some people in our community are concerned about what this program could mean for them. Gabriela Lopez spoke to the children of immigrants to understand how they're feeling about this partnership. Gabriela?
Morgan Hunter, the agreement between ISP and ICE has cast a shadow of fear over the immigrant community.
Murder, rape, assault, human trafficking, all crimes that certain people of Idaho say, yeah, they shouldn't be on the streets in Idaho.
The Idaho State Police has partnered with U.S. Immigrations and Customs, also known as ICE, to help transport undocumented immigrants with a criminal record history to detention centers where they will be processed for deportations.
I think the dangers of it too is that, a lot of the undocumented community doesn't, doesn't grasp the words, the concepts. All they hear is ICE, Idaho State Police.
This agreement has raised concerns within the community.
I don't feel safe anymore.
Specifically for the children of the immigrant families who've been raised in Idaho.
It makes me very worried for my community, and I also feel like it's going to affect not necessarily the credibility, but the trust that the community has in the police department.
Many of them born in Idaho or have been here since they were little feel unwelcome and alarmed with the current political climate.
They're feeling very afraid, and not only for themselves, but also for their families, and not necessarily like parents are feeling afraid for their children, but even children are feeling afraid for what might happen to their parents.
They argue that in Idaho, immigrants are too often viewed as labor rather than human beings.
You realize the strength and the resilience in the immigrant community, but they add so much to what makes America great.
With the implementation of the new program, they believe that there will be more racial profiling.
I think that it puts a lot of, distrust and fear because they're not sure how brown enough you have to be to really get these kind of assumptions made on you.
And now they are taking extra precautions every time they leave home.
But I do have my documentation ready already, just in case. And that's just something that can be extended onto the undocumented community.
The younger generation now plays a key role in educating members of the immigrant community.
A lot of people don't think that immigrants have rights, but they do. They don't need to open the door to ICE agents if they're not presented with a judicial warrant signed by a judge. They also have the right to remain silent, and they have the right to an attorney.
They want Idaho's leaders to care for the community.
We elect you, we put you in power, and realize that there's a lot that you need to listen to.
And sympathize with what they experience.
A lot of these things that have happened aren't because they don't experience it. So a lot of things have been harmful to communities who do.
They believe that this partnership is a call to action for other Idahoans.
It's not just the immigrant community that is worried about what is going on in the current climate. It's all Idahoans from all walks of life.
As mentioned before, Governor Brad Little says this program will roll out in the next few weeks. In the meantime, advocates and community members urge families to stay informed, know their rights, and continue speaking up as this new partnership begins.
All right, Gabriela, this might be the first time many people in our audience are seeing you. So where can people find more of your work?
Yeah, we have 2 newscasts airing each week on Tuesdays and Fridays, fully in Spanish on ktvb.com/español.
All right, Gabriela, we appreciate you. Thank you.